Welcome back to another episode of the best worst show on the internet. Yes, hello, welcome back. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day today, my friends. It is I, Manuel Chavez III, or the Turd, depending on how you know me. Which is probably mostly the second thing. But anyways, yay! We came on for a show today. You know, yesterday the news was just really weird, right? Like there wasn't really any new news. So I just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna play some video games or whatever. So I didn't really do anything today. But today, man, it seems like it's almost the same thing. It's almost like there's a news. What is it? There was a little bits of news that came out or whatever, but it's almost like we're on this like deficit going into the 4th of July weekend because apparently Independence Day is coming up. You know, one of your favorite holidays where we lighted off all them damn fireworks and stuff, and we celebrate us being American and beating all the bad guys and killing all the Indians and stuff. Wait, no, I don't think that's why we do that and celebrate, but you know what I mean. You get where I'm going. But today, it's like, that's not even the big news for today. It feels like Elon Musk has been fucking up, folks. I don't really know any other way of putting it. Like, ever since he went on this whole demonic kick, he's just been going downhill. And, you know, for a fifth dimensional being such as I that exists in all space times and all multiversal realities or whatever, because we could see, you know, like each individual timeline and how they differ or whatever, and it's like nice to live inside of them and experience them or whatever. But at this particular time, a few weeks ago, I said he only had like 2 weeks to solve his fucking problem, and guess what? The time's up, and he's really just going for broke at this point is what I'm thinking, because I mean, maybe he just wanted to blow 40 billion. Maybe he sees that there's going to be a future coming out on this one for him, but I don't really know. So that'll be our focus for today. But before we get into that, obviously we have to talk about our woo-woo bullshit, because I always get those really weird 1111 messages. And interestingly enough, this is the one that came through from yesterday or whatever. Nothing came through for today. So it must really mean that I need to push this one out towards you, according to the 1111. If I am truly one of these inborn angels come from the future to save humanity or whatever, I gotta read this shit. And if that's not true, it's fine. It's whatever, you know. So this one's out of Chicago, of the USA, July 29th of 2011. Damn, this is from a long time ago. From Teacher Protholos. The subject is stagnant faith and living faith. And it was received by someone named Valdir Soraz. Whoever the fuck that is. I don't know. Kind of an interesting name, though. Obviously doesn't sound like he's very American. That shit sounds made up. So, Mr. Prolathos. Oh, wait. When you're doing these channelings, you're supposed to be like, bring down the highest light from above. Let it water into your body. And then take it all through. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just going to read it now. Let us take this opportunity to turn our attention to the desirability of dynamic faith and the emptiness of stagnant faith. Unfortunately, most evolutionary religious systems produce only stagnant faith, and so their adepts are far away from living a satisfying spiritual life. A stagnant faith is characterized by its immobility. It does not progress. The beliefs held by the religionist are rather crystalline in time. When faith crystallizes, it becomes dogmatic, and a belief ultimately locked with the suspension of suppression of reasoning. For a dogma does not allow questioning. All forms of religious systems are prone to the stagnation of faith, for it reflects a need for security, no change by the believer. Dynamic faith is combined response from the soul and mind to spiritual manifestations from both within, or God within, and the spiritual energies on the outside. Its dynamic aspect resides precisely in the nature of the evolutionary realms, which is change. Dynamic faith is always seeking higher levels of spiritual unification, and it is always in development, never static. Stagnant faith leads to accommodation, immobility, and indifference. What would be the point of doing anything good or bad if it's already predestined? Life, under this kind of faith, is only a stage performance, a play that follows previously scripted steps. In life, such a faith is maintained by resistance to a new and suppression of those soul requests for a more meaningful, unifying, and satisfying explanation of life. On the other hand, dynamic faith shelters an open attitude to truth, whenever it may be found, for truth, irrespective of where it is found, comes from God. This living faith unfailingly translates itself into loyalty to the known truth, expression of love through service, and increasing appreciation of beauty. That is, it seeks harmony in real life. Many who are unhappy in their spirituality due to living a stagnant faith will feel the longings of their hungry souls, the leading of their spirit within, and they will come in contact with you. You cannot give them faith, but you can inspire them with your personal testimony of living faith in the living God, so that they may consider entering the portal of real spirituality. No conversion or indoctrination is necessary, for there, in each human mind, lives a perfect guide, admirably qualified of bringing them to the maximum of their spiritual capabilities. Just let them smell this sublime scent of living faith, and they will seek more. So it is with you, my pupil. Your thirsty soul and your wise adjuster have brought to you known higher realities than you have imagined possible. Living spiritual realities leave behind a spiritual scent that is followed by those with spiritual perception. This being the reason why you also come to me for more insights. Be loyal to your spiritual values and courageously go about life. A better way lies just ahead. Well. What an interesting thing on faith. Is faith an energy that can be manifested and manipulated? Is faith an energy that can be measured? Are there people out there that misuse their faith? Yes. Is faith a dynamic flow? Does faith increase and decrease over time? Possibly. When your faith has been stagnated, what does that mean? When you get stuck in all those old dogmatic beliefs that don't allow yourself to grow, nay, evolve, right? But then again, there are people that are stuck in that whole evolution of things where they believe that there is no need for some higher power and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I feel like sometimes when you look into this stuff, you are evolving just in a different way than you thought was possible. I don't know, though. I don't know, though. But what I do know is that a lot of people aren't living in their faith anymore. A lot of people don't even have faith anymore. I don't have faith in people anymore. But then again, I used to have lots of faith in people. But now the reality is just starting to shake and wear thin in certain spaces because you can only really truly trust someone as far as you can throw them. And Elon Musk is kind of a thick bitch. So even though I have super strength that could probably throw him at least a mile, his ass is still just going to be a little bit heavier than the rest of y'all. Okay? I always have to limit my interaction with human beings physically because, you know, like for me, it's a lot more difficult to break someone because if I push too hard, you know, like me poking you could feel like a bullet, right? Hitting you. And that's a problem, right? So I have to be really, really careful and dainty, although sometimes I can't. You know, sometimes I just break shit. And you know what? It happens. You try to be gentle and ginger with everything, but eventually, you know, you are gonna break something, guys. You are gonna break something. So, oh wow, we got the Joker giving us a $2 super chat. Thanks, Joker, for that $2 super chat saying, whoa, it's just one bad joke. Most won't wake up. Maybe. Some people don't want to wake up. Some people they're forced to not wake up. Some people they're stuck in sleeping. I don't know. What I do know is that Elon is making a lot of trouble for himself today. His investments, his everything. You know, I've been seeing it reported in a whole bunch of different places. But yes, Elon Musk says that Twitter is not going to exist in any way that you thought it was going to exist from now forward. Today, you might have had trouble accessing Twitter because thousands of people were having the same problem as you. And that's all because Twitter, namely Elon Musk and Twitter, have installed new limits on your ability to use the platform. See, Elon Musk believes in free speech, right? But what he didn't tell you is that the reason that this is all happening is because, you know, you can say whatever you want. You just, you know, are going to get limited in how many times you're going to be able to say it. So welcome to Twitter 3.0, as we told you, with the World Economic Forum darling himself at the helm of this thing, and then him hiring Miss Linda to be involved. You can see things are running just as normal because we're coming into another election cycle and they need to be able to censor things. And what was one of the main problems that Twitter was having in the 2020 election? Well, it was the amount of tweets that people were capable of making that was creating a very large issue for them, because it created the bar that was maximally high for them to have to go in and limit people's accounts and stuff. And you know what? If you limit the amount of things that people can see and say on a daily basis, well, guess what? The amount of stuff that you're going to have to moderate is going to go way down, and your ability to make quality moderations on those contents is going to go way up. So, as I've been telling you for a while now, Elon Musk isn't one of our people, right? Like, he bought this thing because he wanted to make people think that he was going to do something, but essentially he just wanted the data behind Twitter because it's valuable to them and their artificial intelligence systems. And now the new thing that he's trying to basically suck people off on and tell them that this is what's going on, this is why I did it, or whatever, is right here. To address an extreme level of data scraping and system manipulation, we've applied the following temporary limits. Now, he says they're temporary limits, but then again, all these other things that they've said were going to be temporary ended up not being temporary. Now, did they? No. He already limited the API as a means of stopping people from abusing the system with lists like Block Together and other types of systems that allowed you to follow and unfollow people rapidly. And now they're taking it to the extreme, because now they're basically making it so that you're not going to be able to see people's tweets, right? You're only going to get 600 tweets if you haven't paid for Twitter. Sure, if you paid for Twitter, you're going to get 6,000 tweets, but anybody that's been on Twitter knows that that's only about an hour of scrolling in a week. And if that's, you know, like, that's only about an hour of scrolling in a day, I should say. So I don't really understand, you know, in 15 minutes, an unverified account is only going to be able to see 600 posts. That's like you swiping for like 15 minutes and that's it. And then you're just basically going to see rate limit exceeded. You're not going to be able to see anything else. And obviously this is drawing a very large concern to people, but then there's smarties out there that literally already kind of see where this is going, like this guy right here. Scottsdale Dad. Actually, this is a great strategy, not only to reduce scraping, but to increase revenue. $8, please. Oh yeah, we're going to increase revenue. See, a while back, I was telling people, everybody knows that I know how to Twitter scrape pretty great. And there's something called Twint. It's called the Twitter Intelligence Tool. So Twint, the Twitter intelligence tool, actually went read-only a few months ago because, as you know, Twitter has been trying to stop people from scraping their system for quite some time now. And one of the reasonings behind doing this is because there has been quite a few leftist researchers who aren't worth their salt or their degrees, like a few of them we could mention to you now. One of them did a thing on QAnon or whatever, and they were basically utilizing this exact tactic where they were scraping entire portions of Twitter for hashtags and stuff, promoting QAnon and other things, and then trying to associate some kind of vomit together that said that it was like a paid operation, when in fact it was just a bunch of different people gaming the system without any money. Anyways, so Twit went down not that long ago, and this was the best way of scraping Twitter, because not only did it not use the API, it also only used the search box. So now Twitter is basically taking your ability away to do basically anything. Like, it was just a day and a half ago that people were complaining that you weren't able to actually archive tweets anymore on the Wayback Machine, or archive today, or archive is, or whatever, which one you use. And it's all because Twitter now requires you to have an account to view tweets. So you can't just go to someone's tweet anymore and go view it, apparently. Now you have to be logged in order to see it. And if you didn't know, this is going to be very Facebook of Twitter. Like, this is something that Elon Musk is basically stealing from Mark Zuckerberg and Instagram, because it's been very many years that you've had to be logged in on Facebook/Instagram in order to view anything on the account. Although for Instagram, they do let you see like one image, but they always push you to log in. And if somebody's account's private or not public, then you have to log in. So it's a lot of big changes that are being made rapidly that I don't think a lot of folks realize that this has been something that's been coming forward for a long time, because people have been doing this for a while now, and it really helps people, or it was really helping people investigate stuff on Twitter, but now that's basically all over. So if you get caught scraping with Twint or doing any type of scraping right now, they're probably going to block you from being able to access the system. And I know there's a lot of other bigger YouTubers out there. They're going to have some, I don't know, dumb fuck idea about where this one's going. I would just recommend you to not listen to them, because they can't even show you how to use these programs, and they don't even understand how half of this shit works in the first place. And one of the biggest reasons that I think that this is probably happening is because Elon Musk made the algorithm open source. There was also other pieces of Twitter that were also made open source, and people have obviously been poring over those things as well, trying to figure out better ways of making scrapers and posters to get around all these new limitations that Twitter keeps on posting onto people. But honestly, this is a situation where Twitter is damaging himself in a big way. Like, Elon Musk is fucking destroying his own company, and people are going to say, oh, well, he's making it better. This is like going to be the one biggest move that he did that's going to completely kill any growth that he had, because nobody wanted to pay $8 for Twitter, right? There was a bunch of people that did it. You were only supposed to get extras for paying the $8, and now you're having to pay $8 to use the platform like you used to. People aren't going to be down for that. Twitter's not that important, dude. Like, Twitter ain't the biggest next generation news source out there. I'm sorry, it's just not the case. Twitter Spaces isn't next generation technology. It's actually a step backwards in the technological field. So, like, Elon's just fucking up, man. There's really no other way of putting this out there. It doesn't matter if this is only going to last a month. A month is all it's going to take for people to completely give up on the app, because they can't use it in the way that they wanted to use it in the past. So, even more so, Twitter and the founder, or Twitter co-founder, Jack Dorsey, has broken his silence amongst Musk setting view limits, and he says that he's basically running Twitter is hard. That's what he says. He's like, yeah, running Twitter is hard. Although, yeah, we never had to do that. He's like, yeah, running Twitter's hard. I don't wish that stress upon anyone, and I trust that the team is doing their best under the constraints they have, which is immense. Yeah, immense constraints are what's leading to the limitation in viewership and limiting people's ability to use the platform. Yeah, no, that's just basically stupid fucking coding. Like, how bad did you guys fuck up the 2.0 API that this has done? The reality is they didn't fuck anything up. It can work without them doing all of this. They're just doing this because they want to get more money out of you. Like, Elon Musk doesn't give a fuck about Twitter users. Elon Musk doesn't give a fuck about humanity or anybody like that. Elon Musk cares about putting money in his pocket, okay? Any way possible. Loves to get it in the welfare way, but will take it anywhere he can get it. And here he is, basically kind of making it himself look bad against somebody like Jack Dorsey. Like, Jack Dorsey was never the greatest coder or programmer ever. Just go take one look over at Blue Sky and you'll quickly start to realize that he just stole basically his code from the Fediverse and recoded it with a little bit extra, and that little bit extra barely fucking works in any way imaginable. So it's like, I don't get how these billionaires believe that they're going to change anything, because I kind of remember making one thing run off of one box that was still running better than the thing that they had running off of, I don't know, thousands of boxes. So, and just to point it out there, like, Jack Dorsey has been running his Blue Sky platform, and on his Blue Sky platform, he locked down invites. So as soon as Twitter announced the rate limits, Jack Dorsey said, I'm going to lock down invites on my platform now so nobody else can join it. And why do you think he did that? Oh, probably because everybody was saying, okay, we're going to be leaving Twitter. We're going to be going over to this other place. And he was like, nah, motherfuckers, I don't want y'all over here either. I don't want y'all over here either. So, yeah. Internet scraping is probably one of the oldest things that people have ever done. I mean, scraping data off of web pages is like how the internet started, essentially. So people being able to scrape data off tweets and read tweets is normal shit. It's just that they're trying to charge people now to do every little bit of it. And it's crazy, man. I mean, 600 posts is not a lot of posts for an unverified account, or for a verified account. Yeah, that's a lot of, like, that's not a lot of posts, guys. Like, they must just not want you to be on Twitter anymore. And that's big. That's basically just it, my friends. Like, I don't even know what he's thinking about doing right now. I don't know how he thought that this was going to be the big move for him. But Elon Musk has never been seen as, in my opinion, as being a visionary. He's always been that guy that heard a good idea from somebody else and then basically just stole it and made it happen because he got more money. And that's like what happens in the world most of the time. Anybody can have an idea. It's always going to be the dude that has the money to make it happen. And then they'll just make sure that the people that actually could build it better than them will never get the money to make it happen. Like, that's how you keep people down in this like neo-apocalyptic world that we live in. You just keep them down by money. If the guy just doesn't get money, he'll never be able to afford the things that he could get himself out of the thing. That's the way it works, guys. That's the way it works. They got to keep you down like that. So what do we have to say about it other than just being, is this how it's supposed to be in the future? I guess everything is going to be paid for. And I mean, think about it this way. It's very similar to what was just announced on YouTube. Did you guys hear it? YouTube is now limiting ad blocker usage to many people with a new test, meaning if you utilize ad blocking software, whatever the fuck, on your ad blocker or on your web browser, if you got yourself a DNS hole, anything of that nature, well, YouTube is now going to be doing something about it because they don't want you watching free content on their platform anymore. If you're going to watch free content, you're going to watch fucking ads, bitch. And it's not because Google just got caught with their fucking pants down lying to everybody about their ad revenues and their ad viewership and how ads are being shown and, you know, getting fucked for it. But yes, now they're going to go even more dystopian. And this is basically something that you're probably going to be seeing coming up on Twitter. It's like when you go to certain websites and they got that Admiralty program on their website saying, oh, you're using an ad blocker. You can't read our words. We had to pay somebody to write this. Well, now YouTube is going to be doing the same thing, and you're going to be seeing something. Video player will be blocked after 3 videos unless you disable your ad blocker. Oh, wow. Yep. So now YouTube is going to be detecting if you're utilizing an ad blocker, and if you allow ads, well, fine. They'll just let you keep watching videos and stuff. But if you disallow ads, well, you either have to pay premium or they're just going to block your ability to watch their website completely. That's right. So you have the ad blocker on, you get 3 videos without any ads, and then after that, you have to see a video with you have to see an ad with every single video, or you have to pay for YouTube Premium, or you can go fuck off. And that's basically what they're doing to you right now. That's how they're doing it to you right now. They're just taking the money out of your thing. And it doesn't matter what web browser you use, what kind of ad blocker you use, whether it's you're using Google Chrome with ad blockers, Brave browser with ad blockers, Microsoft Edge with an ad blocker. Doesn't matter. They're just going to detect it now because they're illegally reading your web browser and detecting the extensions and then saying, yeah, well, we don't like that, so you get 3 shots and then you're out. And then there are going to be instances where if you're not actually using an ad blocker and they still block you, and then you're going to have to report an issue, and then some robot over at YouTube is going to be doing it. And if you've noticed it, it's going to show you now, too, that ad blockers violate YouTube terms of service. Did you know that? Well, now you know there are people that watch on YouTube, which is a big recommendation and another big reason why you guys should vacate your asses from YouTube, move your asses over to Rumble or Kick or any of the other platforms that we do, because none of them do any of this type of dystopian bullshit. Like, YouTube, we shouldn't have to pay to watch videos on your platform, and I shouldn't be forced to be an ad whore to watch videos on your platform. End of story. Now that you've made it against the TOS to utilize an ad blocker, I'm going to be utilizing an ad blocker every single time I watch YouTube, without question. And it doesn't matter that I pay for YouTube Premium because I don't like to see ads. Like, I know a lot of people aren't going to do that because YouTube is just not worth that much to them anymore. And honestly, this is probably one of the biggest things, but it's very similar to what Elon's doing. Elon doesn't want you to see anything because ad revenues aren't going up, and they feel like they're serving you bullshit and not getting a lot out of it. So his is very similar to what YouTube is. YouTube's just like, well, you need to watch our ads. You can't block them. End of story. If you do block them, you're violating our TOS, and we can suspend you from the platform forever. And what's Twitter going to do? Oh, well, you only get to see this. You don't pay me the $8. You're not going to get any. You're not going to see anything else. You see how that works? $8. It's like $9 for YouTube Premium. It's $8 for Twitter Blue. Do you see how similar the situation is? Do you see how this is a situation that is being pushed upon you at the very same time by almost 2 different companies that are not supposed to be connected, yet they are? And hasn't Linda Yasarino, or whatever the fuck her name is, the new CEO of Twitter, been talking to the CEO of YouTube, trying to figure out how they're going to fix things? Well, don't you see how they're doing it? They're just going to charge you more money. You know, $8 a month. You don't get to see any fucking ads on Twitter. You don't see any ads. 0 ads. I mean, you guys know how those ads work? Oh, don't you see how they're doing it? You see how those ads actually work on Twitter or on YouTube? I just push a little button and it just pushes an ad right into the video. Insert ad. Right there. Enable monetization to insert ad. Oh, did they take away the monetization already on the video? Yeah, they limited it, so I won't be able to actually post that out there, but you could see. So yeah, cable TV is going to be coming back up in a big way because people are already paying hundreds of dollars for cable TV and having to watch ads. So they're probably just going to end up going back to that, right? It's the same thing with Twitter. It's like I've never seen companies take such a big step back in technology-wise, but here we are, dude. Here we are. So what do you say to YouTube other than, well, you either play for Twitter Blue or you Twitter Red or Twitter Premium, or you don't. And if you want to utilize your ad blocking software, well, guess what? In the near future, you're not going to be able to utilize YouTube at all. Congratulations. And it's basically the same thing that we're seeing over there from good old Mr. Elon and his boys, right? Many Twitter users are concerned about this duration of temporary limits and whether every tweet they see will be counted. If every tweet counts, it will generally affect engagement levels. Blue subscribers pay to increase engagement, but if more users aren't verified, few people see the tweets from both verified and unverified users, and this will have a negative impact on the platform and community. The limit of 300 to 600 for unverified users seems quite low, and 6,000 seems a lot for their Twitter heavy users like news accounts who often scroll through thousands of tweets a day. Yeah. It's a complete bullshit. But you know what? Good old Big Titty Mindy Robinson. Why? Any limit on what people can read or learn is a form of censorship. The last thing the world needs is more censorship. God damn, Big Titty Mindy. You're right. And please don't whoop my ass, motherfucking badass UFC dude that I can't remember your name, but you would definitely kick the shit out of me in every way. What's his name again? I don't remember. Randy Couture. Yeah, that was the name. Fucking Randy Couture, man. That guy fucking pop my head off, and then I'd have to fucking put it back on. Anyways, but yeah, they're right. That's what it is. Like, you cannot look at what's happening right now on any of these platforms and say anything other than what we're truly looking at. And there's just rampant censorship. This is all censorship that's coming forward. Any limit to the amount that you can post on a platform, any limit to the amount that you can view something on a platform is censorship. End of story. Don't give a fuck about Elon Musk's sucking dick and proclaiming that he's a free speech advocate. He just sealed his fucking fate. He just nailed his own coffin shut, right? And it's a lead-lined coffin, and we're throwing that shit into the fucking ocean, and we're saying, see you later, fucking Elon, you piece of shit. Because that's basically what he just told everyone. He lied to you. He lied to me. He lied to everybody saying, I'm a free speech advocate. I care about free speech. Buy my Tesla. And now he's saying, actually, I'm a dumb fuck. I'm going to limit your ability to view shit on my platform, and I'm going to censor you. But it's not censorship. It's censorship. It's what it is. It's fucking censorship. That's all it is. That's all they're doing to you, is censoring you. Limiting your ability to view these things is censorship. End of story. And that's all they're doing to us now, is they're censoring us. So YouTube has been trying to do it in every way imaginable. And now they're censoring people being able to watch their platform because they apparently can't afford to serve you videos, even though they've afforded to do it for the last 10 years, right? Twitter, since its inception, has always been a free thing where I could sit on there all day and look at as much as I want. No fucks given. And guess what? Now Twitter is telling you not only are you going to have to pay to see that much, you're also going to have to pay to see their advertisements, and their advertisements are going to be included in that number of tweets that you see every day. Imagine that. So they're censoring you. They're censoring every single creator that ever decided to make anything. So if you got yourself Twitter subscriptions or whatever, well, a lot of good that fucking did you, didn't it? Because now you're going to have like I don't even know, like at least 50% less viewership on everything that you do, if not more. and it's supposed to be the platform of free speech. God, anyone else talking about that, trying to say that that's what it is, I'm sorry. You're a dumb shit. I hate you. You need to go away now. That's what I say. So think about it. If you're not, like, at this point, like, this is the time. Like, before I used to tell you this stuff, I'd be like, oh yeah, watch on wherever you want to watch. Go wherever you want to go. Now I'm not telling you that. I'm saying, go to Kick. Go to Rumble. Do it now. I don't know why half of you guys are even still on YouTube anymore. Like, I honestly want to stop paying for fucking Restream, so I don't even have to fucking pay for this. I just rather stream to Rumble exclusively now. The only reason I still stream to Twitch is because of all of you knuckleheads that are YouTube, is because all you knuckleheads that just stick on it. Like, jump ship, dude. How much do they have to do to you? How much do they, like, you didn't care about any of the shit that YouTube did to me, right? You didn't care about them taking my money. You didn't care about them censoring my channel. Oh, we just got another channel. But now I'm telling you, like, it's not even about what they're going to do to me. It's about what they're going to do to you just for ad blocking shit. Yep. And what are you supposed to do? Thanks a lot to Sewer Guy Rob for that $10 super chat. Holy shit. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Is it a super chat, a super sticker? Must be a super sticker because there's no message. But really, that's it, dude. That's it, dude. They're not here to let us do what we want to do anymore, dude. There's no more big wins coming in the censorship game. You either have to make the conscious decision now before the election to move your ass off of these platforms, or nobody's going to be there to, like, tell you I told you so. Like, do I want to leave Twitter? No. I've been on Twitter since it started. I did a lot to get my fucking account back. And now that I have it back, it's worthless. It's fucking worthless, right? Just be like if I got back my fucking YouTube account. It would be almost worthless. Only thing of worth would just be all the years of video that I had saved on there. So where are we at, dude? I don't know. We're at a very, very strong fork in the road. And that fork in the road is in Sucksville. But before we go, the only thing that's probably been big, huge, big, massive, just ginormous fucking win for gun owners, set 2A, because I'm an individual that loves to build my own types of firearms. Sure, I bought a firearm myself, but you know what? I like to know how things work, and I'd like to be able to make my own. And one day, I'd love to be able to buy a polymer 80 grip and all the pieces and put together my own handgun. And now, apparently, it is going to be legal for me to do that again, because we just had a huge breaking win. And federal district courts completely vacated the ATF's unconstitutional receiver rule. That's right. In sum, the court grants original plaintiffs unopposed motion for leave to provide supplementary authority, and the court denies JSD's supplied motion of injunction as prematurely filed. The court grants the inventor plaintiffs JSD supply and Polymer 80's motions to intervene, and furthermore, as discussed on the court grants the inventor plaintiffs motion for summary judgment. All right. Oh, dang. Thanks a lot for that 1111 through the donation for the Lunchy Fund. I'm sure Lunchy definitely appreciates that, because that's going to get her a whole bag of fresh, fit, Lunchy food instead of chicken nuggets. But yes, what we got there, thank you very much, Christina. We appreciate your generous donation. Yeah, and all you folks doing the super chat, don't be doing the super chats. Go to Streamlabs donation. Don't pay YouTube any money. Fuck these guys, dude. Fuck them. Fuck them. What does that say? Oh, wait. Oh. An inventor plaintiff's motion for summary judgment denies defendant's cross motion and vacates final rule. Separate final judgment shall issue for appropriate parties. As discussed, Polymer 80 may move for summary judgment on its unique claims to the extent that those claims are not mooted by this decision. Yep. So basically, the ATF made a frame and receiver rule that said, oh, well, this piece of block that is 80% a firearm is now considered a firearm, and we can arrest you for it. Well, the fucking federal courts finally just decided, yeah, sorry, ATF, that's fucking horseshit, and you guys are bitches. So we're going to go ahead and vacate your entire rule, and you guys can go suck on some peepees. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what you can do. So that means that, yes, 80% lowers and such, you can buy those again, and there's absolutely nothing the ATF or the law enforcement or any of the other pieces of shits that are always trying to stamp down your rights can do about it. So, yeah, kind of one of the big things here, actually. A big day, because now it could possibly be appealed, but, I mean, the idea here is that it's not going to be appealed. And this all right here has been going on for a very, very long time. Very, very long time. And that's Vanderstock versus Garland ATF receiver rule. The court vacated the rule and establishes the status quo that existed for decades, but prior to the agency's issuance of the final rule last year. And this is going to have wide-ranging issues for the ATF moving forward, because they've already had their this is the receiver rule, meaning that they were trying to limit your ability to build your own firearm from an 80% kit, and that included 80% rifle kits and pistol kits. At the same time, they were also trying to make it so that you couldn't have bump stocks, and that one just came out as being basically unconstitutional as well. So, you know, any magazine bans, high capacity magazine bans, any of that crap that would be trying to get pushed forward is basically being shown to be unconstitutional before any Democratic lawmaker decides to try to put another gun grab up on the table. So you need to be aware of this, because it is your God-given right to own a firearm. And even if you don't believe in God or Satan or whatever, you still got a right to own that shit. You know what? You're probably going to get murked by a bunch of us Christian motherfuckers, though, if you start trying to act a fool. So I wouldn't fucking deal with it. I wouldn't fucking worry about it. You should probably not buy a gun, you little satanic piece of shit. Because I don't want to have to fucking take it from you and shit down your throat. But anyways, all these corrupt institutions keep trying to tell you all these things that you're not allowed to do. But the reality is you have a right to bear arms. And guess what? That right to bear arms means that you could have a fucking nuke if you wanted. I mean, it'd be really fucking stupid for you to have a fucking nuke, because you would probably die from the radiation that comes off of that motherfucker, because you don't know how to store it. But it's always been my opinion that, you know what? If you want to have a fucking SAM site at your house, I believe that you should be able to have one of those, you know? I believe that you should be able to own a 50 caliber assault rifle. I believe that you should have an AR-15 chambered in .308. Why the fuck not? Why not? Why the fuck not? This is America. It's about freedom and Jesus. So just think about that. Big win for today. I am personally going to be going and buying myself a nice polymer 80 build shoot kit or whatever to celebrate this particular thing. Oh, wait a minute. I can't actually do that because I'm fucking poor. Never mind. Well, if I wasn't actually poor at this particular time, I would be buying a polymer 80 kit and building up my own gun. But I just remember that I'm broke. So maybe next month. Either way, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. And I'm just going to leave you with this. Da Wing Makers. Any of you guys ever seen this shit before? The Wing Makers. Aliens, UFOs, ancient artifacts, chambers, New Mexico, ACIO, time capsules. You guys ever heard of any of this? Ancient Arrow Project. Labyrinth Group member. Yep. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but that's it. Bye now. I'm going away. So, see you later. Hope you have a nice night. Bye. You're probably going to be seeing that shit on Twitter tomorrow. Yep. Just saying. Bye.